Our next lie, our piece of psychological manipulation that we are seeing comes from Girl Scouts. So this has nothing to do with the election, but James Lindsay, he is the author of the book Cynical Theories. He said Girl Scouts is going full woke on Twitter. Troop leaders will have to affirm we live in a systemically racist society or risk being removed. Anyone who identifies as a girl identified person can participate. Pronouns are required. So this is absolute craziness. I just want to remind you that these ideas of intersectionality, critical race theory, having to affirm by force that America is not just a country that experiences racism, as all societies do, but is a systemically racist society, that is required for being accepted into an organization like Girl Scouts. That's a new phenomenon. That is not something that has always happened. This is new. This is an empowered wokeness that feels like it can take away your association with organizations like Girl Scouts based on your political beliefs. The idea, as we've talked about so many times, that America is systemically racist in 2020 is at best debatable, if not an outright, complete, flat lie. I mean, please read Discrimination and Disparities by Thomas Sowell, as we read in Women's Book Club with Allie Stuckey. I mean, it busts so many of the myths that we see from people like Ibram X. Kendi and Robin DiAngelo. Go follow Neil Shinvey, who talks about the critical race theory mentality that is bolstering this idea that America is systemically racist in 2020. It's not actually based on reality or data. It is based on this kind of intangible idea that once you start poking holes in it with data and with logic, you see is really just a sham. It's a way to shame people and guilt people, as the Girl Scouts are doing. Anyone who identifies as a girl-identified person can participate. So that means boys can participate in Girl Scouts. And it's important that we are watching this redefinition of what it means to be a girl, what it means to be any gender. Apparently now it's something that you identify as, which means that there is no significance in your anatomy. There is no significance whatsoever in being a biological girl. There's no significance in having a uterus. There's no significance in being able to bear children. There's no significance in those things. As long as you identify as a girl, you are just as much of a girl as anyone else. That's what the secular world is telling us. And I think it's important that we uncover what is actually behind that. So I know I keep mentioning Women's Book Club with Allie Stuckey. We've read a lot of awesome books this year. We're reading Love Thy Body by Nancy Pearcey. She goes through the secular mentality on abortion, on transgenderism, on promiscuity, and the different issues today that we are facing in relation to the body. And what she says is the secular worldview holds on to this philosophy of dualism. It breaks up the body and the soul, that the internal self is actually what determines what the body is or what the body can do. But we don't believe that as Christians. We believe that the body is not just determined by what we feel or what we identify as or what our brains tell us, but that our body in and of itself has a purpose. And that purpose is determined not just by science, which it is, but by the God who created it. And so our biological reality is significant. It actually means something. Being a girl is a biological reality, and that biological reality is good. It is significant. It separates you from people who have a different biological reality, aka boys.